I saw that Moist made like a video, I guess, about Boogie. I was like, okay, you know, cool. I no intention of watching it, but now I do through Boogie because people are like, oh, he reacted to it on his Twitch. And I'm like, I'm curious. So, yeah, I'm dual streaming. Thank you. We're about to watch me on my Twitch. Yeah, thank you so much. And I skimmed through it to get to the part where he reacts to Moist Critical. And if actually this entire stream is him reacting to other stuff, mostly his other content is like the documentary. So we're at a very pivotal time right now. We're at a very pivotal time in Boogie's in the atmosphere of Boogie2988. And that interesting time is that this is the moment where this is a deciding moment. This is the last straw moment for Boogie. This could go one of two ways. Boogie could start doing some reaction content on his stream and posting it on his actual page, and he could do really well. Or we're just seeing his manic high to his manic low. And this is going to be a huge drop off for him. That's where we're at. I know some people are like, Papa, why would you want him to do react content? Blah, 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 blah. Listen. It's bad. React content is bad. It's this, it's that, it's the other thing, blah, blah, blah. Listen, first of all, I'm lazy and he's lazy. So it's a good lazy thing for him to do to make money. Second of all, Mr. Beast approves of react content. Ready.
Yeah, someone clipped, just like took a 2-minute segment of the video and put it on TikTok. And it had 40 million views. Somebody in the comments are like, where do I find this? What is this? And then people are just like, it's Mr. Beast. And then like they'll respond like 2 hours later and they'll be like, wow, I just watched 10 of his videos. Where is this been? Short form's like great. I hear creators are like striking other people that re-upload their videos or whatever. I'm like, you're crazy. Clip my videos. React to my videos on your...
Well, this is about short form. But my... Fuck, I should listen to it better the first time. It doesn't matter, dude.
Twitch stream, put it on TikTok.
Oh, wait, no, there it is.
Upload their videos or whatever. I'm like, you're crazy. Clip my videos. React to my videos on your Twitch stream.
See, react to them on your Twitch stream.
Put it on TikTok. I don't care. Just make sure you get views.
So, I mean, can you argue with the Beast himself? Can you argue with Monsieur Beast? React to it on your stream? What? Anyway, let's see what Boogie has to say.
God bless you. Zombie, thank you for the bits. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Danny B. Bloviator, welcome to the sub club. God bless you. Okay.
I would consider not doing that anymore, Boogie. I don't think anybody's subbing for you to do that. No, but
welcome to the sub club. Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
You're gonna do that every day for years? Okay. Maybe stop doing that behavior. It's not really beneficial to you.
Okay.
Nobody's subbing to make you do that.
Oh God.
Situation around Boogie.
All right, let's just watch this.
That I've talked about on the podcast occasionally and sometimes on stream, but overall I feel the entire lore and situation around Boogie2988 over the last like 5 or 6 years has just been incredibly sad. But there was a documentary just released about him, which had Boogie's stamp of...
And by the way, the documentary itself was very well done. We stand Michael Klum in here. We like Michael Klum. He did an excellent job with his documentary. The subject, it's presented very well. The subject matter is another story.
Approval, his blessing. A documentary filmmaker by the name of Mike Klum spent the better part of like...
Michael Klum, dude. This guy literally... It's just Mike Klum. Come on, dude.
9 months filming Boogie and going over cataloging his life. I've watched a lot of documentaries throughout my 29
Rice
years on
Coco,
this
welcome to the sub club. Whatever.
Boogie, where's the transformative nature of this, bro? What are you doing?
I feel like until the moon falls out of orbit, crashing into the Earth.
Boogie, this is not how you react to content, brother. You have to give us some, give us a little commentary.
Just as Roland Emmerich predicted in the classic Moonfall movie, I feel like this will remain one of the most perplexing documentaries I've ever watched because I don't know why Boogie would agree to it.
Oh my God.
It makes him look so bad.
Well, I think that's the thing. I think Boogie thinks that this made him look so good. I think Boogie went through this and he's like, "This is what I want people to see. This is how I want people to see me," because it's a masturbatory video for Boogie. If you watch it, it starts off when he's down in the dumps and he's so sad and he's reflecting on his sad, pathetic life. That's his words, not mine, of course. People say I'm a little mean. I'm not trying to be. He's in the bathtub for I don't know why. talking about how he had a girlfriend that used to play rubber duckies while he would wash her, which is just very weird. To admit it, whatever. I do weird stuff in private too. There's things I don't admit because they're weird, right? I also will generally admit them if I can say it in a funny way. Bro, shut the fuck up. What are you, stupid? You keep telling Boogie to react to content, but now you're criticizing him reacting to stuff. I'm no fan of current day Boogie, but it seems like he can't win with you. I think you're a fucking idiot. I'm letting you stun lock me with how stupid you are. The first thing I said in this video is this could go one of two ways. This could go in the positive direction if he continues to react, or a negative if this is just his manic high to his manic low. And all I've said so far about this fucking guy is that he should react harder if he wants to make reaction content. You're a fucking idiot. Get out of my chat, dude. You smell like shit. Fuck you. Eat my balls, dude. You're just a dumb person. Anyway, the cathartic experience aside. Yeah, early goblin. Dude, I'm gobbling it up. Anyway, the video plays as this kind of like just self-serving thing where it's like, here's my low, and then as you go on, he goes through this journey. He has one mushroom and somehow gets really high, even though he's rather large. I think it would take a couple more mushrooms to get me high, but I could be wrong. And then it kind of hits this point where he's like, oh my God, guys, here's my revelation. I'm going to start making content. I'm going to start doing more. And then, of course, when you look at his YouTube page, he has not increased the amount of content he makes. But this might be a step. Right now, he's starting with the release of clips and bits of his documentary, which is great. But I think it's time soon to move on. But this is how I would do it. I mean, if he actually can provide a reasonable reaction to this video, put that up. I mean, let's see it on this. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is either the yes moment or the no moment for Boogie, right?
So to answer Critical's question,
there we go.
It's because I wanted to hold myself accountable. I wanted to admit to the things I've done and hold myself accountable. Everybody thinks I'm a piece of shit. I don't think
that's what it was. You know what?
So why not?
If I'm gonna be really charitable to Boogie, it's not to hold him to accountable. That's bullshit. Let's not even pretend that's what it is. But I think for him, it's some weird spiritual rebirth where he's like, I'm almost leaving it in the past. That's what the titles of his new videos. I'm gonna watch these too, by the way. I'm watching these other ones. Oh, not the house tour. I don't care about that. But even this is doing well. Keep this up. This actually might be his. This might be his saving grace. I don't know.
Not just accept that I'm a piece of shit and work on it from there. I just wanted to admit what I'd done wrong.
Sure. Bro, you gotta turn the sound off when you're reacting to videos.
I took women on vacations.
Ted Watson, thanks for the bits.
I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
Wow. Not Disney World? What a nerd. Loser! You know what I mean? Disneyland's for fucking nerds. I want to go there soon. After this Disney trip, which I will be starting next week, I will be taking my wife to Disneyland on her 30th birthday. Of course, on my 30th birthday, we didn't do anything fun like that. But we had some fun. So I'm not gonna. My wife yells at me when I talk about it, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
Show you all the main components of the documentary. I just want to focus on two core ones here. If you're at all interested in the story of Boogie2988, I highly encourage you watch the whole documentary here. It's probably one of the most honest looks at anyone I've ever seen. Boogie is just an open and honest book here that's a little bit hard to read from because it is pretty eye-opening stuff. But anyway.
Boogie, you're killing me, dude. You gotta turn it all. You gotta just play the fucking video, man. You can't be doing all this obnoxious ass shit.
Fall from Grace on the internet is an extremely well cataloged downfall.
Yep.
From the repulsive, awful things he said in the past to his manipulative tendencies and his behavior.
Yep.
All of it has led to Boogie going from a well-respected content creator
thanks for the bits,
to basically a joke or someone that's looked at in disgust for his behavior.
Yep.
So for those that don't know, Boogie is an OG YouTuber who was absolutely at the top of the game for a long time. He won a fucking award for being a nice guy in the gaming community, basically. They used to.
I mean, that's the first red flag. Anytime somebody wins an award for being a nice guy, we know that you're not a nice guy. Right? I mean, Boogie's early stages seem to be just a dude making content, but also the nice guy thing, it's exhausting. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be you can't be a nice guy all the time. You know what I mean? It's not easy. It's very difficult because most of the time it's bullshit. Nobody's really that nice. It's like you're forced to be nice. You know, it's like you're born to shit, forced to wipe. Can't always wipe. I just can't do it. Here we go. I'm putting this on the screen. Not to cover up Boogie's chat, but also people I think I'm fatter than I am. So I need to show you guys that there is a difference between Boogie, between me and Boogie. Because I am fat, but I'm not Boogie fat. And I'm tired of you guys telling me that. I'm sick of it. So I put a nice picture of myself on the screen because I'm sick of it. Fucking sick of it. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to fucking save this image.
To call him the Mr. Rogers of the internet. But then Twitter and Reddit happened. And Boogie had this inability to shut up. He would constantly publicize the most foul opinions that he had about situations.
Is that true? I thought that he would just talk about how he likes hookers and he would jack off and stuff. I do that all the time too. All right, here we go. We got our. It's a little too big to put over here. We got our comparison though. This is our comparison. All right. Compare of sons. Right? Come on. I can do that. I'm not as big. I think it's very important to look at this. You know what I mean? I'm a handsome guy. Okay? This is now the transformative nature of the content. Should I put it down here instead? All right, this is the comparison. It's like a side, but I'll get a better picture. I feel like this picture's not good.
He would always talk about the saddest and most depressing aspects of his life because it felt like he was addicted to being viewed as a victim. It felt like...
I mean, it was covert narcissism. It truly was.
What is covert narcissism? And did your therapist tell you this, or did you come up with this? Yeah, I see it. Destructive is more overthought narcissistic behaviors. All right, sure. The problem I have with I guess this is some kind of a diagnosis is I'm always apprehensive about people who diagnose themselves or will explain a diagnosis because I feel like people will Boogie seems like the kind of person that would use it as a shield rather than an acknowledgement. But also whatever, fine. Yeah, we're moving forward.
I mean, it's just what it is. I was a covert narcissist.
Well, you still would be.
That's what it was.
Still, if this is a diagnosis, whatever, you still would be that. Just to be clear.
Hello, welcome to the sub club. Whenever you get a brand new sub, I'm gonna go like this. Thank you, my friend.
I don't know if I could watch this.
He loved the feeling of people viewing him as pathetic. And it's something I know he's touched on in the past that even has a level of self-awareness where he also recognizes how detrimental it's all been to his career and just downright self-destructive. But he just can't stop himself from just posting on Twitter every single private thing that should never be publicized to strangers. Sure, because he seems to just be enamored with that.
Yeah, just delete Twitter, man. That's what I did. It's really not worth anything. It's not. I don't think that it really. I think. What's the benefit of having Twitter so that you have someone to talk to? We're just gonna use this image. I don't feel like going crazy with it. All right. I look different though. I look a little different. All right. Comparatively, dude, it's different. I'm not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. You know, you're not that guy. See? Look at that. Two different people. Such a beautiful... Look at that. Look at how much more handsome I am. You know what I mean, dude? Jesus. This guy's striking, some people would say. This guy's striking. Strikingly handsome. I wouldn't say that, personally. But I know a lot of people who would. So... that's all I'm saying.
That he gets when it's viewed, when he is viewed as someone to feel sympathy for at all times. It's just a really weird and sad set of circumstances. Yeah. However, after watching the documentary, I'm starting to believe he is just not a good person.
Damn.
I was always under the impression that very deep down is a caring individual who had a good...
Why would you think he's not a good person? That's one thing I'll say. I don't think he's a good or a bad person. He just is a fucking idiot. Why would you think he's not a good person?
Good intentions and just got a little lost and confused along the way. But after seeing this and all of the worst aspects of his life that he just proudly highlights here, I just really am starting to think.
Well, again, I wasn't proud at all. I was, I'm pretty deeply ashamed of it. But
maybe.
But, I'll get into it.
He's just not a good guy. So the first thing I want to show you is his addiction to sex workers.
Hey, listen. Addictions are real, brother. All right? Some people are addicted to alcohol. Some people are addicted to everything. I mean, I'm being very unironic right now. Like, if true addiction is not good. And somebody like Boogie, who is fat, here's the thing. I think it's called transfer addiction. Not to give Boogie any more ammunition in the pity party of himself. But I think it's called transfer addiction, where it's like when you stop one thing, you kind of engage in another addiction. I think that's what it's called. That could be because when you're this big, you're addicted to food in some capacity, right? And it's like, okay, I'm eating better. You've reduced that addiction. What's the next addiction that you might... A lot of people will engage in it. And so sex work, like porn can be very addictive. Sex work can be very addictive. Food can be very addictive. Cigarettes, alcohol, piss, drinking piss. Surprisingly, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that one. But it can be very addicting, and it's not great, And this is the thing. Porn is so normalized, and it's not all bad, but it can be detrimental to a lot of different things. And even me, I'm trying to reduce my porn consumption because I don't want it to have a negative impact on my life and my wife. You know what I mean? It's weird. You put, it's something, especially since I'm a gooner. All right. So that's just something,
Spent
if you're fat, I imagine you'd be higher likeliness to be addicted to porn. Same thing if you're like a coke addict or something.
On paying for sex, as well as paying for like vacations and stuff for the sex workers to accompany him, and that.
That's a little interesting.
And it also gives an insight into the way he views women, which I think is a pretty repulsive perspective he has on a lot of it.
Yeah, I was.
What? Wait, we're getting into like hardcore virtue signal territory.
It was
the way he looks at women? What?
Very
I gotta see what you say.
Here.
In this video, yeah.
And one thing that becomes instantly recognizable is his sense of entitlement, which becomes a prevalent point throughout this entire documentary.
His entitlement with women? His sense of entitlement to what?
Where he believes...
Like, I think that there was a moment where he said something like, I'm not going to get a real job. I'm a boogie, whatever. I'm Booger2988. So, like, I can see that there, but the sense of entitlement with women, I don't know if I see that. Because he has high standards? Oh, maybe. I guess you can interpret it like that. Okay.
Believes that because he was a successful YouTuber, anything he wants, he deserves. He should get. He is entitled to it.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women.
I feel like I did not get that. I didn't get that out of what he's saying.
I like to hang out with beautiful women. Fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure. But they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
I mean, that's reprehensible language for sure.
Why is that? That's not really that's not really reprehensible language. I think it's weird because I wouldn't want to sleep with somebody that's like a lot more attractive than me because I just feel like it would be weird. Like they're not going to enjoy it, so I wouldn't be able to get off to it. That's one thing I don't understand about some men. But why is that like reprehensible? And why does that show entitlement? It just sounds like a guy who's always been fat, who's always been treated like a loser, not being able to sleep with really super, traditionally attractive women. And then him wanting to fuck him. I get, is that entitlement? Okay, maybe. I don't think so.
Disneyland
for sure.
Girl, right?
But okay.
I deserve to go to
oh, this would be okay, there, yeah, this would be I forgot about this.
New York and sports.
I deserve. No, you don't.
Times Square.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, the entitlement works out.
I deserve that.
The entitlement works out.
And I've never had it.
Why do you deserve that? Because you filmed your 20th Francis chugging Mountain Dew while pooping his pants and putting popcorn in a microwave video? Like, what? It's such...
Dude, that was like the saddest laugh ever. I can't believe I just laughed like that. Why would you laugh at that? I don't understand. I think the reason I hone in on it is because I feel like that laugh was it was a defense mechanism. A defense mechanism. Oh, it's so true. I feel like we're never going to get an honest perspective out of Boogie. He's always just going to kind of backpedal onto the same thing. What's the laugh at there? Yeah, no, real question. What makes you feel like you were entitled or deserve that? It's a good question. Answer it, Boogie.
Such a deranged mindset.
It was,
that he believes he is entitled to.
That was you 9 months ago, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? It was. What changed? What made you realize that you what?
All of these women wanting to
maybe he realized how dumb it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Slobber on his meat because
that's why we have to do this live so that you guys can give me your perspective on it.
He is a famous YouTuber. He shouldn't be settling for an Arkansas 8. No, he deserves the LA 10s.
Yeah.
So he pays for sex workers because Boogie deserves that top shelf pussy with the pinky out. And to me, this audacity is alarming.
Yeah, it
to
should
me,
be.
this screams that he only views women as objects to be conquered sexually.
Based? Maybe. Do I think that's true? I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with he just looks at women as an object to be conquered. I kind of disagree with that. The entitlement shit's there for sure. But where's the line between wanting like an attractive woman versus treating them like an object? I mean, because my thing is like he seems to treat. I mean, maybe I don't know because he seems to treat this new adult legally. He seems to treat her well. He buys her things. Like I said, she's gonna leave him once the money runs out. The money's already run out. He still spends too much money on her, so she doesn't really realize it. But maybe I don't know if I agree with that, but
well, no, not women, but the people in that profession. Big difference. But the people that are in that profession
are clearly not women. That's what Boogie's saying.
That's how I viewed them.
Are they trans? Just kidding. Those are women. Transphobe.
Still not a good way to view them. But that's how I felt. But not every woman. I didn't feel that way about my girlfriend. I don't feel that way about the woman at the grocery store. I don't feel that way about your mom or your sister.
Whoa, your mom! Oh shit, dude, he's going fucking hard. Again, I don't think it's an entitlement, but there would be a parallel between the way that he treats his girlfriend and these porn peoples. Right? He took them to Disneyland. Probably takes his girlfriend on vacations as well. Yeah, maybe. I think the only difference is I think Boogie would have dated any of the porn girls that he was fucking, but they just wouldn't date him back. So, and also, just to be clear, which is true, we know this is a fact because this girl, I think her name is something Davis. I think she's related to Pearl Davis. Just Pearl thinks. That's my fucking theory. She was a cam model. Just to be clear, that's my understanding. I'm pretty sure they dropped that in the documentary that she was also a cam model. She did camera stuff, and it's like, well, clearly he would date one, you know.
I don't feel that about other content creators, but I did feel that about women in that profession.
Crazy.
He shouldn't be settling for something that's an Arkansas 8. That's beneath him. Have
True.
you looked at his subscriber count?
That's
no.
true.
What he deserves is the LA 10s. So he gets into the sugar baby community.
She's definitely a little thicker than...
Bro, Boogie2988 might revive the red pill.
I necessarily would always go for, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a 48-year-old man.
Whoa! Don't show this to me!
This let me fuck a couple of models. Is that wrong?
A very
listen, you do your brother.
important lesson to learn is nobody is entitled to anything.
Amen.
Other than
actually, okay, I'm entitled to my basic human rights. Pussy. Huh? You gonna say that to the people in Palestine? Moist Critical? I'm just fucking around.
a knuckle sandwich if you start calling.
I thought camera girl meant she was a camera operator. Oh, okay. Maybe she's a fucking camera operator. You're right. Fuck me in the ass.
Me short. I'm kidding. You'd probably still beat my ass. But the point is, you don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
To speak here like you deserve these women, you are entitled to these women because of your online success is so delusional. And speaking of delusion, criticizing the lady for being thicker than he would normally go for is just downright ridiculous.
I mean, listen, dude, if he can pull the girls, fuck it, right?
Absurd.
I like thick women. I like a little bit of cream and hair. Gray hair, too. You know what I mean? I'm fucking down for it, brother.
It just really seems like with the way he speaks about women throughout the documentary, he just views them as sexual props for his own pleasure.
I don't think I agree with that. I think to an extent every man thinks a woman is a sexual prop, but not in like a negative way. I don't know if I'm communicating very well. Like fundamentally speaking, men and women are attracted to each other usually, unless you're gay. His name is Boogie2988 though, so we don't know. And so there's going to be a level of I don't know, selfishness you're going to get out of somebody. Do you find them attractive? Do you want to have sex with them? Blah 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 blah. I guess to me, as long as he's treating them well, which he seems to treat them well, to the detriment of himself, I don't really see the aspect where he's like taking advantage of them. It doesn't seem like he's telling them to go fuck themselves, or he doesn't care about how they feel. So I don't think that this is true. I don't know why he has this perspective. Maybe he's just a little woke-brained. Really,
that's the most important thing when it comes to women for him. He doesn't want to be caught dead with an Arkansas 8. Instead, it's all about the LA.
It's a preference. Who cares?
10s.
If Boogie was attractive and he said the same thing, you probably wouldn't care. It's just because he's not attractive. And I get it. But if he could pull that high, good for him. Whatever. You know, I don't give a shit.
So that way he can fuck them. And that's what he cares about most when it comes to women.
I mean,
that's the impression.
Bro, we know that attractive women, like, being proud of the woman that you're with is going to make you feel better. That's how I feel with my wife. I love being with my wife. I feel good around her. She's very intelligent. She's very beautiful. You know what I mean? We all get satisfaction out of it. The only issue here is Boogie likes women that are probably higher than he should be going for. But hey, he got his Arkansas 12. I don't know, whatever. His LA something. She's cute. She's all right.
I mean,
allegedly, because there's allegations of him being emotionally abusive. Whatever, I don't care. Like, no offense, not trying to be rude. The thought of Boogie being emotionally abusive, no kidding. Of course, I'm sure that you can go back and talk to my exes, and they'd be like, he was an asshole in some ways too, and they were fucking assholes too. I'm not easy to be with. I'm not. You know what the fuck is emotionally abusive mean anymore? You know what I mean? Like, where are we at? Everything is like abuse on the internet. It's like, okay, you know. I've had really toxic relationships where like exes would steal money from me, and then I'd get angry and I would yell. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, you know, that's life, brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really to me, and we should criticize bad behavior, but to me, the fucking purity culture of the internet is so annoying. It's fucking exhausting. Like how purity culture on the internet is so annoying. Everything's abuse, everything's grooming, everything's fucking sexual assault, everything's boring. It's just like, okay, I'm completely fucking fatigued on it. Yeah, Papa emotionally abuses chat. True.
Charlie's entirely right here.
Entirely.
I was, again, like I said, not every woman, but I was feeling that way about women that are in that profession.
Every woman.
But that's still not a great way to view it.
Your girlfriend literally is a cam model. But shut the fuck up. You don't agree with him. I don't know why you're just like, he's just going to agree with Moistcr1tical. He's like a little mouse. Like, he's just going to cower away and agree. Papa, thoughts on Boogie saying his wife can't afford to get a job because her social anxiety is so bad she can't even go to Walmart. That's like the least of Boogie's problems. Okay, I don't even know whatever. Okay, bro, I swear to God, this girl was a fucking cam model. He admits it in the documentary. How the fuck, if that's real, if you're not trolling me, her social anxiety is too high to go to Walmart, but she could show her fucking titties on a fucking campsite. If Boogie believes that, he deserves to be taken advantage of by her. That's what I think. That's what I fucking think. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna fucking come. What the fuck is happening, dude? I swear to God, he said that. Am I misremembering? I swear that this was said in the documentary. It was like dropped lightly, but it's in there. It's fucking in there. You find it for me. You find that for me.
People. That's a terrible.
Oh, no, I'm 100% not lying. Boogie said this on last night's stream. Oh, my God.
Way to view. I don't think this way anymore. I don't act this way anymore. It's been years since I did, but...
What? Okay, whatever. What? This documentary is 9 months old. What? Okay, I don't know. Your girlfriend's a cam model, dude! She said it herself! I'm pretty sure it was in that comedy scene. What do you mean you're not the same person? You fucking met her on a campsite, dude. What the fuck? Bro, stop telling me that you think that she met a camera girl for Boogie. There's no way, dude. Why are you guys trolling me right now? I'm gonna fucking explode. I'm gonna have the higher blood pressure, dude. What the fuck?
I wanted to capture that perfectly for the documentary, so I said how I felt. But
so on the deleted bits that he shows in his reaction vids, he says that she was a cam model. Oh, thank you, Lord. Dude, this makes no sense. Fuck. She's like Scottish Declan from TikTok. It's what an obscure fucking reference. What an obscure reference. Oh, God. Holy shit.
if you notice, if you watch the documentary, I'm saying past tense. I felt like I deserved it. It is past tense.
Wow, crazy
It's
stuff.
not how I feel anymore.
Impression I get listening to him talk about it. Now, this portion of the video isn't necessarily just focusing on his sex worker spending. It's talking about his reckless spending in general.
Yeah.
At the height of Boogie's career,
maybe he has a money addiction as well.
he was making so much money. Tons and tons. Oodles of doubloons.
Oodles of
And
doubloons.
now, fast forward to today.
Lots of cum.
He is fundamentally broke. He
Okay, does that work?
doesn't have any money to his name left. So it's going over where all of it went, and a large chunk went to paying for sex workers, as well as like gift cards that he would give them, which is crazy. When they broke down the financial spending, $500 was allocated for gift cards, which
Yeah, go to Costco. They're usually cheaper. I go to Costco, I get gift cards to Texas State Brazil, $200 worth for $165. Something like that. It's pretty good.
is a weird gift to give someone, and like $1,000 for a purse. So I guess he'd give them like a purse with like a GameStop gift card in there, like, hey, go get yourself something nice, toots. Maybe a couple Pokemon card packs, huh? Yeah, maybe a
Why wouldn't he just give her the Pokemon back cards then?
maybe a new video game or two.
So I think
I don't think that the girls liked video games because they're not gay. I think that they're sex workers. but
again,
okay.
Mike has admitted this, I think, on another podcast. But
Michael
that
Klum?
part was a little bit dramatized. I think it's important everybody understands that, you know, that the price breakdowns weren't always 100% accurate.
Okay. Well, shit. What a piece of shit I am for not knowing that. Why would you do that? If this is supposed to be a documentary, why would you allow that to happen? Okay. Whatever. I don't care. I do care.
Sometimes it was a
clearly.
little bit dramatized, and that was one of them.
Okay.
Like the whole thing is just all about his spending habits, which has left him in a financial crisis. All of
So wait, okay. This is fucking killing me. So you're telling me that some of the finances in this, oh my God. This had to, in my opinion, this was probably the dumbest thing for Boogie to admit, ever about his documentary. And the fact that they did it in the first place is so stupid. Him saying that, the finances, the spending was exaggerated. How do I know if the spending was exaggerated? Then how do I know the amount of money you're making isn't under-exaggerated? How do I know that you don't make a lot more money than you're saying now, but you wanted to reduce it for comedic effect or whatever, just fucking idiot effect, whatever you did? Oh, yeah. It was over exaggerated, the amount of money that I spent. Okay, so what about the money you make? No, why? How do we not know that this guy might be pulling $10,000 or $20,000 more than we thought? I don't know, because now how as a viewer who wants to donate to the failing Boogie, how do you know that like this guy's actually in the financial straits he's in? And it doesn't matter. Like people that might donate to Moistcr1tical, he makes lots of money and all that, and you're still donating. But nope, he's not saying that he's fucking poor. So I don't know. To me, that was just a weird self-report that kind of rubs me like a really wrong way. Because you know what I mean? Like I guess I fell for the pity party enough to be like, wow, this guy's kind of pathetic. He's in a really bad spot. I don't really care that much, but it's true. But now it's like, is this guy lying? Is this guy doing better? Is this guy lying? I don't know. I don't know. Wow, why would Boogie lie? You're right, dude. You're 1,000% correct.
But that's accurate, and he's absolutely
accurate.
true.
which is his own fault.
Yes.
Which he also recognizes. His entire career's spiral into the shitter is entirely his own fault.
Yes.
From not being able to stop saying the most awful things you could imagine during streams, to
What is like the most awful things that he said? All I saw was one where he told a kid that something really mean, but it was funny. What did he say that's so bad?
Not being able to stop himself from posting the most private.
Stop, Michael Klum. Klum apparently had access to his bank statement, so if it's inaccurate, then it's on him. No, it's not. This was Boogie. Boogie had he had say on what goes into this documentary. I don't put this on Michael Klum, dude. Don't put this on Michael Klum.
Things about his life online.
True. I do have a question. Have I said anything truly deplorable tonight in stream? We've been live for like 2.5 hours. Did I say anything awful 3 hours in the last 3 hours?
Well, Boogie, the last 3 hours would absolutely erase the last 30 years or whatever. You get my point. I just don't know what truly deplorable things he says.
Did I say anything stupid? I don't know if I did. Tell me if I did.
To not being able to stop himself from spending money on collectibles, a bunch of luxury items, terrible investments in like crypto, which he lost like $600,000 in. All of it is his own fucking fault.
Crazy.
Yeah, when he talks about himself and like his health struggles and a lot of the other things that are personal to his like day-to-day life, he speaks as though it's already kaput. Andrew really summed it up.
Oh yeah, that whole video was like this whole like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Let me make my girlfriend that seems to love me think I'm gonna die tomorrow. It was actually pretty fucked up. It was pretty manipulative. Yeah.
When Boogie talks about himself, he talks about himself as if he's been dead for 30 years. When he speaks, he's speaking as if he's already 6 feet under in the grave, and he's like communicating to a Force ghost, like, man, I wish I took better care of my body. That's.
Well,
I mean, if I was a Force ghost, I don't think I give a shit about my body anymore, right? Because I'm still alive, bro. I'm a Force ghost. That's cool as hell.
I am battling blood cancer, which we've talked about.
I'm really not trying to be rude here, Boogie, but your blood cancer has like a 20+ year projection rate of staying alive. Okay, you're not battling. I'm not. You don't have like fucking rectal cancer. Come on. I've already looked it up. It's like it's not great to have that, but it's not. You're not sitting here with like fucking stage 4 melanoma or whatever. Yeah, he has like a fucking blood cancer. But it's like highly likely to survive through. It has like a 20+ year projection on it. He takes like a pill. Come on, dude. Also, there's a strong link between obesity and the blood cancer he has. So if you try to lose weight, it probably would get a little better. I'm gonna fart. Come on, dude. Come on. What are you using that as a shield? This is, dude, not for nothing. Take this with a grain of salt. I think this guy's happy he has blood cancer. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I feel like people like this, they're happy to have an excuse. It's like when I'm happy to be sick when we're supposed to do chores at the house. We need to clean the house. I can't. I'm sick. I got a cold. I need you to make me food and bring it to me in bed, wife. Please, I love you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But this is like personified, you know? It's like the good thing when you get all your teeth pulled, you don't have to go to work the next day. Hey, maybe it was a good thing I had to get, I'm like your wisdom teeth. I had to get them all taken out. 4 in a row. I went to work the next day. Bad idea. Take a couple days off. Anyway, you understand my point. I feel like, not to be an asshole, but he's like happy he has it. He's like, yeah, I get to use this as a fucking shield. Everything's a shield. Come on, dude. Oh, I'm battling blood cancer. Shut the fuck up. Come on, man. Come on, dude. I had a guy that I used to work with. He had like legit cancer. He worked every fucking day. It was terrible. I feel bad for him. But to stop acting like you're a fucking stop acting like you're a goddamn kid on a Make-A-Wish, thing. Imagine there was like a kid from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and their like last wish was to see Boogie, and then Boogie goes, he's like, hey little guy, how are you? And the kid's like, finally somebody more pathetic than me. I'm just kidding. If you're a pet, I'm sorry to the imaginary Make-A-Wish kid. I didn't think about how that joke would play until I just said it out loud. Fuck. Okay. Okay. This is what he would say. He said, "Oh, thank you so much for coming here. I know you're battling cancer." Right? That would be more. That would be funnier and less cruel to this hypothetical kid. Sorry. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Again, it's not in the documentary, and that might be a mistake. But I have a fatalistic attitude about my health because I'm fighting blood cancer.
No, because you're fat, dude. What are you talking about? My favorite part about the documentary is when he refused to tell us he had diabetes. Like, dude, what? Like, listen, this. How tall is Boogie? Like 5'6", like 500 pounds. Boogie height 5'9". And how much does this guy weigh? Boogie weight. What is he, like 500 pounds, 600 pounds? I'm 6'4", and I'm 340 pounds. I'm a big guy. I don't look. I'm not as fat as Boogie, right? People think I am. Okay, right? Not that bad. I need to work on my health, but look at this. I'm not that bad, and I have diabetes. Okay, you have, and he was just like refused to say it. He would just like refuse to tell us he had like diabetes. It was weird. It was a weird play. Yeah, I don't even think he showed us that he took insulin. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Get the fuck out of here.
And it sucks way more than I thought it was going to.
That's crazy, brother. I'm gonna shit my pants.
So that's why I talk like that. But he's right. I shouldn't. It's not over till you're dead, and I'm not dead.
I'm battling
I'm
hair
definitely woke
loss.
up today. I'm definitely here, and I plan to wake up again tomorrow. And I'm gonna wake up as many times as I can. It's a very bad way to talk. And I shouldn't be thinking that way in Charlie.
Guys, it's a bad way to talk, but it's not my fault because I'm not like it.
Something he speaks about in the documentary with his girlfriend, who's 29 years younger than him, and he starts to recognize that in 10 years, she's only going to be 30, and he might just be dead.
Ooh.
Because of all the health problems he has from not taking care of himself.
True.
And he just
Oh, no, it's from him battling blood cancer, Moistcr1tical. Come on, dude, be a little more sensitive.
speaks as though there's nothing he can do to fix it. He's just like, damn, I should have put more time into fixing my body a long time ago. You know, it's already over. When he can start now. He can still start doing that now. He can still fix his career.
Here's the thing, right? I feel like as a chunky boy, as a fat guy, one of the biggest problems that I have isn't really just eating. It's like I got to make my own food. My wife and I got to make her own food, and you know she's got life stresses and stuff going on. So like she comes home and we're like, we had a bad day today. Let's go get something to eat. Boogie, your girlfriend doesn't work, motherfucker. Have her go Oh, she can't even go grocery shopping. I forgot she has fucking horrible social anxiety as a cam girl that fucking play with her pussy on the internet. So she can't go to fucking Walmart and get you guys groceries to make. Fuck, I forgot. Oh, so many different areas of impeding the plans that I have. Oh, my girlfriend can't cook me good food because she fucking cries when she goes into public. Oh my goodness, she can't go out. She can't cook me food. What the fuck's happening, dude? She was a cam girl. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Wait, she said did she really say she can't go to Walmart to work there? Doesn't she go into public with all of them? They go to restaurants together all the time. It's like half their content. What's happening right now? Dude, what the fuck? Bro, she doesn't have social anxiety. She has mommy doctor disorder. What is mommy doctor disorder? Mommy doctor disorder is when you turn into a grown adult and you still don't want to call the doctor because your mommy usually does it for you. I get it. That's why I have my wife. She's my younger mommy. Something to be said. Something to think about.
Now work towards improving his career, but he just doesn't. He refuses to. He just speaks as though he's completely
they were at a water park where she was in a bathing suit. I'm pretty sure she's comfortable enough.
given up, which is another thing that becomes very clear in this documentary.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that was the most out of pocket statement that I've ever seen. Too scared for Walmart, but not for a water park with Boogie. Right? I mean, you're too afraid. You have too much anxiety to go to Walmart, but not to be seen around your homely looking boyfriend. I'm not trying to be rude, dude, but have you ever gone out with an ugly girl before? I did once. I made this mistake. I went out with a girl, but we met in the dark. She had nice pictures on the internet. We met in the dark, and I was like, okay, I fucked her. Everything was cool. Next time we hung out, it was in the light. And I was like, damn. I felt ashamed of myself being around her. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sure girls feel the same way about me, but it's like, how, come on. Come on, bro.
Where even though he feels this sense of entitlement, he feels as though he doesn't have to work towards anything. He just deserves all of these women. He deserves all of this money. All because at one point he was a very successful YouTuber. It's a fucking baffling and infuriating mentality to witness in this film. Now the next thing I want to showcase here, and the last thing that I'm going to focus on in the video, is him getting another job, because YouTube has been collapsing on him. And
bro, he doesn't even have to get another job. He's making, by his own account, 30 grand a year doing nothing, dude. That's crazy, dude. All he has to do is increase the output.
The documentary filmmaker suggested maybe getting another job. It's also something everyone else in the world has suggested to him, getting a real job. And so he finally decides to go through with it and do like a...
He does a fake interview. A fake interview. We're gonna watch it after. We're doing the whole Boogie segment today. He has a fake interview.
Yeah, people call me a pedophile.
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I can't really work. I'm obese and I'm depressed and I'm really battling blood cancer.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Mock interview to see if maybe...
Bro, you know that like a lot of security guard positions is driving around in a car and just sitting in a parking lot? And you just check in every hour? Yeah. There's nothing happening. Sounds like right up your alley, Booger.
He can find a position somewhere in the working world.
Don, I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly,
she's kind of thick though. I wouldn't want to date that Boogie's girlfriend. If I was a date, I'd be her, dude. There's something about a mature woman, a mature professional woman. A little wrinkly, a little thick, a little saggy. There's something about that, dude. I feel like I'm blessed. I swear to God every day, like I feel like I'm blessed because I truly when I look at older women, like when I look at like women with like gray hairs and like wrinkly and sagging women, I get so horny. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's which means that in the future I'm just going to continue to be attracted to my wife, and that's phenomenal because she's going to get older, I'm going to get older. But I could have been just as unlucky to be attracted to fucking 4-year-olds, and then I'd be fucked. So I pray to the big man upstairs every day because I don't control this, dude. I don't control my sexual attraction to thick bitches. You know? So it's like, damn, could you just imagine? That would be fucked up. That would be fucked up. Oh, it'd be fucked up, dude.
Probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah. I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that.
I haven't jacked off in a day, so I'm a little horny today. You know, I'm trying to do November 6 days after. I already failed every single day since then. But
the downside of that is I am extremely depressed.
Yeah.
So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no...
What? Really? What? Holy shit.
No references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife.
This is killing me. This here right here is killing me. This image on the screen, did he put this there? It's him sweating. It's just like funny. It's like we're watching one of those old VH1 shows.
And I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Bro, it's so stupid because you know this isn't a real interview. If I was in Boogie's position and I was as big as him, and I was actually doing an interview, I'd go in and I'd say, well, I don't have a lot of job experience. Or no, you wouldn't even say that. I would say, listen, you know, I was self-employed for the past, 10, 20, however, I don't care. However many years. I was self-employed for the past however many years. And throughout that time, I've had like a generally successful career that has slowly come to an end because that is the way of the internet. And, you know, I need a job now. I'm still self-motivated. I can take care of work. I am limited based on some of my issues, but I can perform a job as long as I have the ability to sit down. I can do it very effectively. I'm a quick learner. This is how you'd sell yourself. Like if I had to get a job tomorrow, I would say this is how the interview would go. First of all, I'm pretty charismatic. I'm like, yeah, for the past like 3 years, I've been working for myself as like an online influencer. That was very successful for all 3 years. Like I was self-sustaining. But before that, I worked for 11 years at a bus company, working other jobs through that. And for more than half of that time, I was a manager there. Oh, okay. Like, I mean, I'm obviously much more employable because I worked a real job for such a long time. But it's like, why? You don't go to an interview and lie. Or not lie. You don't go to an interview and, like, upplay the negatives unless you're doing it for a performance piece. It's just pathetic.
When I first saw this clip, it wasn't in the documentary. It was floated around on Twitter. I thought it was just part of a skit. I was blown away. I was like, damn, Boogie's got some real acting chops now. He's really been hitting the thespian troupe out there training. I was like, damn, kind of a fire, comedy sketch. No, this is real. This is authentic. This is more real than my three-point jump shot. This is actually how he conducted himself during this interview. Now,
well, again,
it wasn't like a true interview. It wasn't like a true interview. It was, she knew everything was coming, and she saw the camera there, right? So it was obviously a performance piece. That's why she didn't tell him to go fuck off immediately.
It is a little bit dramatized. It was a mock interview.
Why would you dramatize this? This is the problem. You can't just keep telling us that it was all dramatized. If this whole thing was dramatized, then like, how are we supposed to believe that you're in as such bad spots that you're saying? You're sitting here saying like, oh, guys, I'm in a really bad financial situation. And then when they're saying how much money you spent on webcam girls, like, well, that was sensationalized. Oh, I'm battling blood cancer. And then you go on and say, well, it was dramatized when we did the job interview. It's like, so do you even know what is and isn't dramatized? I don't understand. Papa posts 10 videos a day and trying to make as much as possible. Bro, I'm already on like 8 videos a day. I post like 2 on the main channel. I have the Papa Got Clips channel, which was the old main channel, where I post 3 shorts and 3 miniature segments. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm on fire.
And I did know I was going in there to kind of torpedo it, like we said earlier.
Oh, sorry, I sneezed.
I was front loading all the bad things to see what she thought.
This felt good.
And get a consultation. And she gave me a good consultation. She told me, don't do that. She didn't tell me to lie, but she told me not to volunteer all the truly awful shit.
Oh shit, asshole.
And Charlie's right to call that out. If this was an actual job interview, I would be destroyed, and I would deserve to be destroyed.
Now, of course, this isn't a job interview per se. It's to try and help find him work. But he goes in here and just intentionally sabotages it. This is not.
It was never to help him find work. I think if you believe that, just reconsider that, because it's not. It was for the documentary.
Not as though he's really taking it seriously. He's taking the piss here, if you ask me. And that becomes extremely clear because after the fact, he says that he can't just get a real job or anything. He has 4 million YouTube subscribers. A job is beneath him.
You can't get a real job.
So I feel as though he went in here and just intentionally wasted her time and his time. And the time of the documentary filmmakers. Because this is just, no one would do this. To go in there and say shit like this, talking about if you Googled his name, you'd find out that he has rumors that he beat his wife or that he's a pedophile. Like, what the fuck?
They're not rumors. They're not rumors, guys. I beat my wife. That's not Boogie. That's me speaking. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I could never beat my wife. She would fuck me up. This is one of those things. I feel like if I was born in Alabama, here's the thing. When I was 16 years old, my mother was she had the opportunity to get a promotion to work in a different state, but she would get paid more, and we would have gone from New York to Kentucky, and so it would have been more money in a shittier state, so it would have been cheaper. And if I moved there, I truly believe I would have had a very different life. In New York, I'm like a New York 5. I think that's probably a little too generous, but in Kentucky, I'm a 9. So I probably would have played football instead of being such an intelligent academic. And I probably would have got a TBI, and I probably would have gotten lots of pussy, and I probably would have been abusive, and I probably would have beat my wife. I'm not trying to be rude. I think I got very lucky with where I grew up. But I'm with a woman who, if I ever tried to do something, I know she would kill me. You know what I mean? Like, my wife, even though I'm stronger than her, dude, she'd fucking kill me, bro. Like, she would fight back. And I remember I did something wrong to her once. This was a long time ago. It wasn't like horrible, but I was so afraid. I slept on the couch, and I remember waking up. I remember waking up. I was sleeping, but I heard her getting ready for work. And I could feel her presence standing over me. And I thought she might stab me to death right now. And I was just ready to take it. I'm like, she's going to kill me. She's going to fucking kill me right now. And she just walked away. It was like I was in a fucking horror game. So I'm afraid of my wife a little bit. I'm afraid of my wife a little bit. And I think that's healthy. I think men need to be a little afraid of their wives. Because you know what I mean? She keeps me in check. You know? So, it's just something to think about. Homie thinks all Kentuckians beat their wives. First of all, yeah, they all do. Second of all, shut the fuck up, okay?
Was it real or not? Well, it is a mock interview, so by definition, it's not real. It's a consultation. I was going in to talk to her about the things that I was dealing with when it comes to work to see if she'd give me an honest opinion. And like she said, you can't go into it with such a negative attitude, because if you do, you don't have a chance, right? So she was right to say that. And I did go into it with a negative attitude.
Bro, you didn't go into it with a negative attitude. You went into it with a sabotaging attitude because you knew you were making a documentary. You're playing it up. You're hamming it, as people would say. I think that this scene really articulates or really demonstrates the intentional tone of the video.
And I shouldn't have. There is an extended cut of this, and you guys will really enjoy it. I think you'll see when you see the extended cut exactly what it actually is.
What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could explore.
That's not how you would talk about that. A long time ago, I remember I got into a confrontation with a guy and I pushed him off a stoop and he like broke his neck, like with his collarbone. He was fine. Like he's fine. He could shut up. What happened was I parked in front of his house and he got really angry because he didn't like that I parked in front of it. This is when I was with my first girlfriend. And he came storming up the stoop, slamming on the door, got in my face, yelling, screaming, and then I pushed him because he was in my face. Now he was about a foot or so shorter than me. So I pushed him and he didn't roll down the steps. He flew off the steps and did like a backflip, and he stood up and he was like angry and ran away. Barely hurt his neck. I got arrested a couple days later, processed, whatever. I was able to get off on an ACOD. Very good for me. I had a great lawyer because she was somebody that was white privilege, baby. She was somebody from the Eagle, like the Boy Scouts. I was an Eagle Scout, and I was very helpful in the troop. And it was her kid that I was helping with. We got a great deal. And I got off, and I can legally now say that I've never been arrested. Like, that's how good it was. I got very lucky. Good for me. If that didn't happen, if I would ever go and talk about me getting arrested, I don't know if it would be considered a felony. You don't just go, I have a felony from 2 years ago. You go, yeah, I think this situation, unfortunately, I have a felony from an altercation that I had where somebody had showed up to my house in a threatening manner, and I had a gun, and I'd shot a warning shot off to make him afraid, and I did that in a way that could have got other people hurt, and I didn't realize it. You don't just display. You have to, like, this is how job interviews work. You know what I mean? You don't clean bathrooms for a living. You don't just like, I used to clean buses. I didn't clean buses for a living. I was a manager responsible for the cleanliness, safety, and health of every single transportation bus in my county. That's what you say. That's how you tell people about stuff. I'm a bus driver. I drive a $500,000 vehicle. I'm responsible for a vehicle that costs $600,000 or $500,000 to drive that responsibly. You know what I mean? It's some shit like that. That's what you have to flare it up.
Definitely don't think it's impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset.
Dude,
and
Sigma.
Losing weight and disability. I can't. If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't.
Exactly. Exactly.
I did work in the porn industry for...
Bro, the hoop earrings get me too. When my wife wears hoop earrings, it's fucking diamonds. I don't know.
The better part of 7 years. So, I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
Bro, I think I want to get my wife this outfit. I think I like this like sweater vest, turtleneck dress, whatever this is, like a sweater dress turtleneck. Yeah, I think I like that. If my wife's in the chat, I think we're going to buy that for you.
It depended on the job, I would think.
I love that she immediately picked up
Yeah, I think he was trying to be funny there.
on what everyone else on the internet has also picked up on over the years. She nails it immediately. His mentality is, I can't. Just giving up on everything.
True.
I'm trying. You know that's true. It's not just true. I realize it now. You went there to sensationalize that.
It's how he's approached everything online, yet still feels a sense of entitlement where he shouldn't need to.
Bro, don't pop at me. There's something about like I like professional trashy women. I know that sounds weird. Like the hoop earrings, shit like that. Like I like a little bit of ghetto in my girls. I'm allowed to say ghetto, right? That's not like bad. But I like a little bit of the hoop earrings. I like a little bit of an attitude. I like a woman that could like that'll fight back. I like that shit. You know what I mean? I like a professional business woman. I'm down for it, dude. I'm not ashamed of it. Okay? I think the women like that are beautiful. What are you talking about? You know?
Put a whole lot of effort into YouTube or anything. People should just be giving him money for existing.
Well, he gets disability, so
picks up on that mindset.
TMI. That's his whole fucking channel, dude.
That right away. That's how clearly he wears this on his
It's a New York thing. Yeah, I like New York women, bro.
sleeve. It's his whole personality.
I mean, it's covert.
Feel sorry for.
I mean, it is covert narcissism. We talked.
Bro, I actually slept well last night. I'm on my fucking grind right now. I'm feeling well rested.
Talked about it tonight.
I got this black tea, and it was pretty good. It's like some whatever. But it's like a nice tea, and I've been drinking it at like 6 to 8 o'clock at night, not realizing it's full of caffeine, and I haven't been able to sleep. So I've been like fucking going to bed at like 7 a.m. and waking up at like fucking 11, and I'm like, holy shit! Yesterday I was exhausted. But I finally got a pretty decent sleep today.
That's exactly how I've been for years and years and years. And this documentary has helped me understand that a lot better.
Yeah.
Charlie's 100% right.
He's
here.
100% right, guys.
A lot of you guys said he went on hard on me. I really don't think he did. He could have been way meaner, way crueler, way shittier here. But he's not. He's just telling the truth. And nothing but love and respect for Charlie here. This is
cringe.
I mean, I genuinely am a huge fan of Critical. Like, I really, 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 really like him. I watched.
That's a good point. Wait, the reason he doesn't want to make content is because of disability payments? Yeah, he did say something about his disability and why he might not want to get a job because he would lose it. But wouldn't he lose it when he's making money doing this?
Him for years. So maybe I'm a little bit biased by that. I do genuinely like Charlie a lot.
Why?
And I think he's
fine. He has to. He
Charlie's
has to,
100% accurate.
For me, and here's the reasons why you should feel sorry for me. And it's super upsetting because it doesn't have to be that way. Again, he's still alive. He can fix things, work towards things, improve.
Yeah, he's glazing the fuck out of Charlie right now. You know that he's just glazing him, dude.
Things if he wanted to, but he
must be hard when you're at the top because I feel like it's hard to know who actually does or doesn't like you. You know,
refuses to. And when the lady does,
hey, Boogie's a really huge fan of Charlie. Stop.
Just say like, hey, look, it's not impossible. You do have some challenges. He decides to go even harder to make it even more difficult by saying, "Oh, I also worked in the porn industry." To which she's dumbfounded. Like, would you really say that during a real interview? I would. Because if I was going to interview for a porn industry.
Obviously, I would not have said that in a real interview. Obviously. That line was definitely taking a piss.
Okay.
At that point we were having fun.
The line is taking the piss. Boogie, come on. If you're gonna use that type of silly goose language, you use it right.
Fun. Miami Orange, thanks for the $5. Could you review this video? I don't know what that is. I think it'd be great to get your take of the new gen rappers. I'll try to look.
The new gen rappers? Yeah, I really want to hear a fat white guy telling us about fucking rappers. Okay, if I wanted that, I would do it myself. They're too damn loud. That's what I think. They're too goddamn loud. I'm just kidding. I like Childish Gambino. I do feel a little bad though, because I feel like Childish Gambino is on the cusp of being a white guy rapper. You know what I mean? Like a rapper for white people. And there's nothing wrong with making rap for white people. Unless you don't want to get made fun of by black people, because that you will get made fun of for that. It's like when you wear New Balance shoes. I get made fun of sometimes. Because they're not nice, but they're comfortable. But they're comfortable. And I really do prioritize my comfort over my style. And that's why that's why I walk around and I just feel good. I feel nice. That's all I have to say.
Just trying to ruin them.
Oh yeah, sorry, Donald Glover.
He doesn't want a real working job outside of YouTube or anything. And he makes that super clear with this phone.
I mean, nobody does, but you always got to be ready to go back, baby.
Call that with this message he leaves the documentary filmmaker.
Violent crimes or sexual crimes.
Hey,
Bro, like, come on. Like, dude, I'm not trying to be fucking rude.
He makes that super clear with this phone call that with this message he leaves the documentary filmmaker.
Violent crimes or
Like, dude, all jokes aside. I don't look like that, dude. Look. Like, I'm not that big. Maybe from this angle. Maybe from this angle I am. Guys, I used to work in the porn industry. I used to work inside the porn industry. Yeah. I used to be. There's allegations that I beat my wife. Oh God. Some people call me a pedophile. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I'm battling blood cancer pretty hard right now. I'm battling it. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it so hard. I'm fighting it right now. God help me. Oh, but at least my girlfriend's 20. That's my positive in my life. At least my girlfriend can never really be a particularly contributing person to my life for another 10 years because she's not mature enough yet. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Dude, this is fucking awesome. Look at this. Oh, it's like an exercise right now. I can move my legs. Boogie, I figured it out, brother. This is all you gotta do. You wanna lose a little bit of weight. I gotta get a new game. I gotta get a new chair. Hold on a second. Look here, listen. Listen. Here's the thing.
sexual crimes.
Hey, Mike. Listen, dude.
Hey, Michael.
I know we're making this documentary and everything, and I know you think I need
Hey, Mike, put a harmonica over this.
to get a real job, but I just want to let you know I'm not going to. I'm not going to walk into some job when I have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm one of the original YouTubers.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do instead is go back to making content.
Go lay down.
Crazy.
Go lay down. Go lay down. Good job.
And he still has never really made content.
Yeah, so I mean, things are.
He's getting there, though. He's getting there.
Mad at me on YouTube.
That fucking ego is infuriating. One of the OG YouTubers, I can't just get a fucking job. This is ridiculous. 4 million subscribers on YouTube. That's for plebeians, not for Boogie.
Only losers would get a real job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At one point in this documentary, he mentions that he must have like covert narcissism or something, and he absolutely is a narcissist, 100%. Like I'm not a medical professional or anything.
I feel like we shouldn't diagnose Boogie, okay? Because he's battling blood cancer.
Like I can't actually diagnose it, but everything that is showcased in this documentary feels like it's narcissistic personality disorder.
I listen, here's my thing. Here's the thing. I'm also not like a therapist. I know that the classic meme here is that my wife's a behavioral therapist, blah, blah, blah. She would never weigh in on Boogie's mental state and like say anything about like, oh, he's this, that, and the other thing. And the reason is because you need to really sit down and talk to Boogie. Boogie displaying a personality of selfishness, bullshit excuse making doesn't mean that he has diagnosed narcissism. And I think to go that far just gives him an excuse. Sometimes you're just a shitty asshole and you need to change your behavior. And the problem with the new generation is that people will go, oh, I have a particular issue. That's why I'm like this and I can't change. And that's been the majority of Boogie's life, is making up diagnoses that I don't even think he actually got and saying that's why my behavior is like this and then not changing it. Right? For me, that's very new school mentality to have. That's a fucking TikTok 15-year-old non-binary person personality to have. No offense. I love you trans people. But you're 30-something years old. I am 33. I grew up with ADHD, OCD. I got a little Tourette's, you know. Even now, every night before I go to sleep, I got to check the doors. I'm 12. I got to make sure it's locked 12 times on both the front and the back door. Like, this is a thing that I deal with, and it is what it is. But I'm not making. When I do something, like if I overly obsess and just sit on my phone, I don't go to my wife's like, hey, I want you to spend time with me. I don't go, well, ADHD, I can't fucking change that. I go, oh shit! You're supposed to acknowledge your issues to change your behavior. Acknowledge your issues to understand your behavior to change it, not as an excuse, dude. He's 45, bro. Holy fuck! There's no way. Holy fuck! He's almost 50. I already knew that. Why did I say that? Why did I say he was in his 30s? That's crazy. I'm a fucking idiot. But I think that should prove my point more. No. Should prove my point more.
What's crazy is I haven't even touched on the saddest parts of the documentary. The bits and pieces I've loosely touched on in this video here don't even make up what I believe is the hardest to stomach portions of the documentary.
Yeah, that's
Mike
him.
Klum and
that's him in the fucking bathtub. Sorry.
He really did an incredible job with this piece. So again,
Let's see. Guess who I'm calling?
Michael Klum.
I don't know if he'll answer.
Boogie, we're not friends. I finished the documentary. Stop calling me.
Michael, I'm on live on Twitch right now, dude. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Boogie.
Mike?
What up, dude?
Hey,
Yeah, what up?
I'm on live stream.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, we're live right now. Do you remember?
What's going down?
Do you remember when I told you I was really worried about the 200K figure, that part of it?
What?
You remember how I was told you I was really worried that like a big YouTuber would make a video about it?
That's right.
I don't think he was worried. I think he was hopeful for it.
That's exactly what Critical's video is. That's exactly what it is. If you go to his
Hey,
comment
listen, man.
section, it's all literally Boogie spent 200K. Boogie spent 200K. Oh.
Okay, almost one comment says that, but
I mean, that's not all Critical's video.
all right, enough.
I
I like Michael Klum, but holy. Oh, great phone call with Michael Klum, phenomenal. This is what I wanted to see today. Wow, it's a long phone call. Wow. Okay, thank Jesus Christ Almighty. All right.
Critical, I have to say.
and if you're at all interested, check it out.
Yeah, why are you calling this guy like he's your friend? Come on, bro.
No part of him that seems to actually want to change for the better. He just views it as he's already defeated, so he's just going to continue being self-destructive, I guess. When I don't understand it. There is still so much opportunity and time for him to actually improve his life, and over the last 5 or 6 years, he's talked about that.
When am I going to watch Nick Crowley? I did the other day. I haven't released a video yet. I need a backlog. I'm going to Disney next week.
I deserve to go to Disney. I deserve a beautiful woman.
Jesus, I'm fucking unhinged today. Holy fuck. I'm going to Disney next week. So I have a little bit of a backlog to release for next week. So
A lot about how he's going to do
I need to get more of a backlog because I'm leaving next Tuesday. Or this Tuesday, really. What's today? Today's Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
this, that, and get better at this and that, and he just doesn't. He just refuses to.
What's the Jimmy Lee documentary?
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I just finished the documentary. We also talked about it on the podcast. That'll be up on the official YouTube channel sometime
shit.
in the next couple days.
Crazy
It's just
wieners.
sad.
This
It's
is a
just
long documentary,
fucking
dude.
unbelievably sad. Like many others, I was a fan of Boogie2988 years ago. And to see the mask fully come off and you get to actually see who he is as a person is shocking.
Shocking.
But anyway, yeah,
Kind of like Static Shock, the superhero, on Kids WB every Saturday morning.
that's about it. So yeah.
All right.
I mean,
okay. What did you?
Again, Charlie's right to feel exactly how he feels.
Wouldn't it be crazy if there was a Papa God video?
Person is shocking.
In
But
there?
anyway,
I
yeah,
wanna
that's
see.
about it. So yeah.
Let's see. No, none of these are Papa God videos. Damn. That sucks. Damn. It's got this Turkey Tom video in here, though.
I mean, again, Charlie's right to feel
All right.
exactly how he feels. That is the documentary that we created.
My name is Desiree.
All right, cool. We're going to watch this next. I don't think we need Boogie's help to watch it, though. We're going to deep dive it. We're going to keep going. We got the Boogie's girlfriend. We got the full interview. We're going to farm it. We're content farming.
My name is Desiree Davis.
Bro, Pearl, it's Pearl Davis's cousin or something, dude. I swear. This is how I feel. I got to get these big fat guys off the screen, though. Sorry, let me get these big chunkers off the screen. Myself included, of course. Let's see. There we go. We're all good. Wait, no, wrong one. There we go.
Darky Sharky super chatted $1.99.
Yeah.
Logan Paul won the United States Championships.
Good for him, man. He's a good athlete.
Who I am?
This is the extended release, though.
I'm a camera girl.
See, dude? She's a cam girl. I can't go to Walmart.
Didn't really have the perfect family.
Oh, this is actually a terrible, horrifying picture of her. What the fuck?
Oh.
Not to call her bad looking or anything. I'm just saying, like, the way that it's angled and the shot of the hue of the screen, the color.
Or the, like, perfect life. But, like,
I
grew up in Sykeston, Missouri. Life there.
Missouri. Pearl Davis. Where is she from? I spelled all those words wrong. Chicago, Illinois. Damn. Close. How close is Missouri to Illinois? Somebody look at a map.
It was kind of stressful.
Is that Pearl?
It was just hectic. There was a lot of people, a lot of crazy things going on.
Okay.
It didn't really feel safe. The violence and stress impacted me where now I have anxiety. But
watch the full-length film now. Michael Klum's channel.
It wasn't just from that. It was definitely a part of just like growing up. I've had a lot of trials and errors and just like things go wrong. So I was very quiet and just kept to myself.
You started dating this girl for like 3 months, and the first thing you want to do is put her in front of a camera and have her fucking dump all of the information about herself? That's insane.
I didn't really do the real dating thing. I didn't really do like hug or kissing or hand holding. I was more like a friend relationship kind of thing, and I only remember having like actually 2 of those, and it wasn't serious. It was only remember a friend relationship kind of thing, and
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can hear this, but you can hear Boogie like a loud breath right,
was more
right here.
like
Listen.
a friend relationship kind of thing, and I've only
I don't know. It just made me laugh.
remember
Sorry.
having like actually 2 of those, and it wasn't serious. It wasn't anything besides, you know, high school or not high school. Yeah, high school and school.
Yeah. So all I'm hearing here is like, yeah, I've never really had any experience dating, and then I latched onto the first guy.
Stuff. So.
Oh, Chicago, Missouri are only 6 hours away. They're related.
Just like having somebody to talk.
Papa doesn't realize that David is a common. Well, Davis is a common last name. Shut up, dude. They look the same, bro.
Talk to and hang out with. Why I think.
Stop. Why? You're such a piece of shit. Papa is Boogie's girlfriend at California 10. Unironically, I think she might be an Arkansas 8. Okay, I'm just kidding. She's a very pretty, beautiful girl. I don't like that joke. I can't, dude. I don't want to insult her. It's just too much. She seems like a nice person. You know, she's cute. Okay.
I didn't ever have that normal high school relationship was because I just found it difficult. I never really could like feel safe or like actually trust somebody.
Okay.
Enough
Why?
to, you know, actually let them in. So.
Why?
I've just lost a lot of trust in people. So.
Why?
I've just had a lot of things go wrong.
Why? Like what?
Being bullied in
I'm curious.
School for my size, being thin.
Me too. I got bullied for being a fat. Actually, you know, someone said something really nice about me in high school once. This is the nicest thing anyone ever said. They said Papa Gut. I was in high school. That's what they called me. He said, you know, smell really good for a fat guy. I was like, wow, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Because it's true. It's something unfortunate about fat people in school is they stink. And I'm a fat guy in school, and I get it. Now, I never stink in school, but usually fat people in school will overdress. And this is something I did sometimes. What does that mean? A couple things. You wear layers, right? Because you're trying to hide your fat. So you're wearing like a vest or whatever, and you start to stink. And then a lot of times fat people in schools are not eating. You'd be like, that doesn't make sense. It does. Well, this is what I would do. Sometimes I would take a Diet Coke as my meal for lunch. Drink the Diet Coke. That's it. My breath stank. One time a girl turned around and said, do you want a piece of gum? And I said, no, thank you. He said, well, you need it. Your breath stinks. I was like, damn. You know? But then when you do, you get home and then you just start eating loaves of bread, right? You just start eating pieces of white bread. There's nothing, let's be real, there's nothing more delicious than just white bread. I've been eating better lately. And so I very rarely have like a white carb. I'll usually have like a brown rice. It's horrible, but whatever. You know, I'm doing what I got to do. And just a piece of white bread is just, it's so good. It's just a piece of or just a white rice in the rice cooker. It's just so good. It doesn't, with nothing on it. It's fucking crazy.
I was a late bloomer, so that made it difficult. It made me sad and hurt and alone.
Typical high school experience, all right?
And honestly, I felt self-conscious and didn't really like my body, so.
Same.
Before I met Boogie, I wasn't interested in looking in a guy or in, you know, relationships. I just was doing my own thing, living on a farm. What's it like living on a farm? It's peaceful, it's nice. I loved pretty much everything about it. No. It's home, and I know.
No, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. Living on a farm, huh? Maybe that's why, I can't make the joke. It's too much. It wasn't going to insult her. It was going to compare Boogie to a... No, it's too much. This is too... We're a little too goblin mode. All right, we gotta take it down a little notch. It's
always
too much.
Got a home, so it's nice.
Too much. Me too. You know, I look like a pig. I went to a farm recently though, and they had a big hog. That thing was beautiful. I loved him. Forget his name though. But he was fucking huge. He was just eating rinds, watermelon rinds. It was incredible.
This is an
I think pigs are my favorite animal.
Well, this is a Pokemon. I don't really exactly know which one.
What? Oh my god, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Bro, your girlfriend doesn't even know what Pokemon are. She doesn't know that's a Lapras. Come on, bro. What? Okay, there's one of two problems here. Either one, I gotta adjust. Either one, she's a fake Pokemon fan to just date you or whatever, so she's just absorbing your personality. Or she's just not old enough to know what fucking Lapras is. What the fuck? Shit. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. When was Pokemon released? 1996. I was 6. How old was Boogie in 1996? He's 49. I'm 33. 16 years. This guy was 22? Boogie was 22 when Pokemon was released? Come on, bro. I feel like you're a little too old for Pokemons. Come on, man.
And this is Godzilla. Why do I have stuffed animals? Because they're cute and they're cool, and I know.
Yeah, and you're a girl.
That they don't. I mean, they
a
eventually.
Super chatted $2.
Whoa.
I'm in the sub club. Can I get a blah blah blah?
Oh, hey guys. Fuck. I'm actually considering self-harm after doing that. Just kidding. But also, what, you do that every time, Boogie? Jesus Christ. Come on, bro. Fuck, I actually hate myself for doing that. That was probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done on a stream before in my life.
They go away, but like if you, I mean, they're there. You know, it's something to remember. It's memories.
Cool. It's a fucking stuffed animal,
So
bro.
I originally discovered Boogie on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, not the cam girl site?
It was with a collab of Jesse, McJugger Nuggets, and Kid Behind the Cameras
Cool.
videos.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie, baby.
My initial impression of Boogie was he's adorable. I don't know what it was. It was, I guess, his energy, his curly hair, his glasses. I must be into nerds. I guess, okay. I don't know. I never really paid attention to like my feelings or anything because I kind of like kept to myself in school. So like, I don't know. He's just adorable to me. I like him.
Okay. He reminds me of that teacher.
He was going through a lot. And I randomly hit him up on Instagram, and I told him that I don't
know. Part of me feels like if she was a cam model, then they met on a cam girl website, and they're just lying. You know what I mean?
Support him, and that I'm always here for him and stuff. And so it started from there. So we talked on Snapchat for a while, a couple months. Okay, so we definitely took it slow.
Okay.
We didn't get to like the actual romantic thing. Like, you know, we would talk about it, but it never was like, we never really got into it on Snapchat. It was in person, we waited.
Got into what? Sexting?
And even then, we were still taking it slow.
No, you moved in like instantly. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't ever want to be alone. That's another thing. Damn. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals.
Maybe that's why you settled for Boogie. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't ever want to be alone.
I'm sorry, but.
And so it's just nice to have.
You have 3 stuffed animals. Like, I'm flabbergasted by what we're hearing right now. I never want to be alone. Maybe that's why I have stuffed animals. Maybe it's because you're just a girl. Also, you have 3 stuffed animals. What are you talking about?
Company, and I don't know. That's weird, but I'm weird. But yeah.
The only thing I use Snapchat for nowadays, I used to send my dick to girls all the time, but the only thing I use Snapchat for now is to keep up the snap streak I have with my wife. 1,698. Let's make sure we keep that streak going with my wife. That's all I use it for, though. That's pretty much it.
So he's fun, loving, go-getting, and just social. And
yeah.
I like that about him because I'm a little bit like that, but I'm more shy. Like, he's bringing it out of me. So
okay.
That's what I like. We're definitely.
Well, it's because Boogie walks around all of his spaces like he owns the place. Hey guys, these are all my fucking nerd 40-year-old, 50-year-old friends that play D&D and Pokemon. And she's like, oh my god, he's so outgoing. It's like, okay.
I was an opposite for a while from him because, like I said, I was just shy. I kept to myself. So
yeah,
it's nice.
Get a job.
Him being different.
Go work at Walmart.
They're always gonna have criticism and hate, you know. So
that's true. I will.
Well,
no, not me. Not me, dude. I'm not a fucking hater. What?
He's dealt with hate and criticism, so it's nothing new.
I'm not a hater. I'm a gooner. Okay, just. I'm a gooner.
He's not manipulating me.
I think that maybe you're manipulating him. I don't know, dude.
For him, he doesn't control me.
I mean, apparently, this is what you guys said, and maybe it's wrong, but they said that she can't get a job because she has social anxiety. That's like, okay, and Boogie believes that, so he's the one who apparently said it.
He supports me in everything I do and everything I want. He's my support system. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Are we good?
I don't have a good relationship with my father. I don't really call him my father.
That sounds like a daddy issue.
Sperm donor, but this don't have to be put into the documentary. I don't reference him as father to me. He's never really been my father. He signed his rights away, or my rights away, whenever I was 20 months old, or was it 18 months old? I think it was 18 months old.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. My father was very absent too, and I also have daddy issues, and my wife's father was absent as well, and she has daddy issues, and now we both have daddy issues, but they may manifest in a different way. You know, for me, I want to be the parental figure I never had. So I tend to be a little bit giving to my partners, but not necessarily in a good way. Sometimes it goes to the point of enabling. That's what I love about my wife. She won't let me enable her. On the flip side, my wife obviously is looking for, you know, somebody in that kind of a role, you know, not to be her actual father. And I don't want her to be my actual like kid. That's gross. But just kind of like that, you know, that way. Because, you know, your dad's supposed to teach you how to be a man, teach women how to teach your daughter how to be treated by a man. You know what I mean? And so that's, you know, daddy issues, bro. I feel like everybody's got little daddy issues. So that's hey, that's life. That's life. That's why it's so popular now to call like guys daddy, like, oh, you know, the bedroom. Because dads are gone. You know, these girls are looking for a daddy.
Signed his rights away.
Is mama a little? No, we don't do that. That's fucking crazy. Don't. We don't do that. That's fucking crazy.
So I don't.
Daddy issues equal Disney adults. Actual based.
I never really had a good father role figure.
Yeah.
In my life.
I did actually. Got very fortunate. I had multiple very positive male role models in my life. My scoutmaster was one of them. He was a phenomenal scoutmaster. He was a little rough around the edges, me too. My uncle Ed, phenomenal uncle, you know, very supportive. And so is his, you know, the family he married into, which is now like my family. They basically adopted me. And then my Jaji, which is part of that family. A lot of positive, strong male role models. I always had a very strong female role model, which is my mother. But also my mother was a man. My mother was probably the most male My mother's a fucking ball buster. My mother's a manager in a man's world. Like, not, you know, she did very well as a manager at her job. And, you know, this is back in the day where it was heavily dominated by men. So my mom's a man. You know, my mom is a fucking, so if anything, I don't have a mother figure, you know?
It didn't make me feel good. It hurt a lot. I definitely just wanted that father figure in that role, and just
yeah. Well, you got a big role now.
I never have it. Growing up without a father figure has its challenges. Like, you just don't have that support system that you
Sure.
would, and the advice that you need.
Yeah, the advice that you probably need is don't date a guy who's 29 years older than you.
And so it's difficult.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be alone, but yeah.
Why,
I'm sorry.
Why would you have this put out, Boogie?
Sorry.
Oh my God, you got
It's
your
hard.
fucking girlfriend crying on camera. Oh my God.
Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
This is so embarrassing for her. Bro, she's going to look back 10 years from now. She's going to go, why did I do that? Well, Boogie, it's your responsibility as a content creator who's dating a person to be more responsible with your platform. And you have a 20-year-old girl who, and when I was 20, I was a fucking idiot. So all 20-year-olds in the Western world are fucking idiots. We immature slow, or we mature very slowly. We're all a bunch of idiots. This girl isn't even working, which does contribute to her maturity level, right? When you have to work a job, you start having to interact with people that you normally wouldn't have, and it changes your level of maturity. And you have her sitting here. I don't know if these are fake tears or what, but they seem like genuine tears, crying about you. You don't think that this is something that should have been kept private? You don't think that this is a boundary you should have set with the internet to not like use your girlfriend's emotional state as a weapon for money? Or maybe not a weapon, but like as a way to make money? Like, it's, dude, protect her. This is part of protecting her. Like, you should know better than this. Got her fucking crying on the internet. She's going to look back 10 years from now, and it's going to be like that cringe moment. You know? And she's going to go, ugh. And she's going to get shiver up her spine. This is going to be a moment she looks at for the rest of her life. Whether she's with you or not, man. Like, come on. These are the moments where you need to show Jesus Christ. These are the moments that you really need to, like, hone in on. This is very irresponsible, in my opinion. You know, it's one thing to like have a moment on a stream if Boogie has an emotional moment on a stream, because that's like up or whatever. But did you have this as a highly curated video that you already acknowledged as being sensationalized? So like, do we even know if this is real? Because this was part of the documentary. There's so many different things to this.
I do. I do love him. I truly love him.
That's crazy.
Have you ever loved anyone like this?
Not really, no. No, I haven't.
Well, you're 20, so this is your first actual relationship.
What about the people who say...
It's crazy because that first relationship feels like the last relationship, you know what I mean? It feels like that should be the last one. It rarely is, though. It rarely is.
These are fake tears. You're all in it for the clout.
Let them say it. I don't care.
Damn.
You know, if that's what they think, that's what they think. At the end of the day, I know how I feel.
That's, I don't know if you do. You're still young and exploring. So, but okay. That's crazy. Damn. Wow, this is so sad.
It's not easy because I don't like seeing him stressed, and I don't like seeing him troubled. I just want to be his support system like he's my support system. So
Cool.
It's not easy.
Get a job.
Where do I think the financial picture of Boogie will be? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really even know what $1 is.
Does that worry you, or...?
It does, but does it worry me? It does, but I worry about him more. Even if he does go broke and has to sell the house, I'm still going to be by his side.
Are you going to get a job then?
He's the only one that I love and I care about, and there's only one of them. And so I'm not just going to up and leave him for money.
Okay.
Because money's an issue.
Again, the problem with this whole money thing that we have going on where she's like, I'm not with him for the money. I'm not with him for the money. She doesn't know if she's with him for the money. And you might think that like I'm being stupid, but think about this. Boogie doesn't have money, right? That's what he says. He's going broke. He's having to sell his cards, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. But she doesn't really feel the impact of that. He's buying her stuff all the time. Look through his channel. He's taking her on different vacations and this and that. They're always doing something. He's always taking care of her. He's always buying her something. So even if he has no money, he's still basically performing, putting on a performance as if he does have money. He's probably burning through whatever credit card or money he has left to give her whatever she wants. So she's not actually in. They're not actually in the financial stressful part of the relationship. They're at the precursor. Oh, I'm running out of money. But he hasn't run out of money yet. And so she doesn't really know if she's going to stay with him or not. So it's honestly, it's a part of it to me. Help your sister, Millionaire Pro.
My thoughts on me moving on to a younger guy is not going to happen.
It's crazy.
Because they're not him.
What if like a Colin Robinson happens and like a baby Boogie pops out of his chest? Will you be with that person?
Do you feel Boogie's irreplaceable for you?
Yeah.
Michael, I think that you should have gave us subtitles for what you were saying.
I feel Boogie is irreplaceable for me.
That's crazy.
And why is that? I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's billions, really.
You know this guy for like a year, if that, and you've been like living together for like 3 months. What the fuck are you talking about?
What makes Boogie so special?
What makes Boogie so special is that
What makes Boogie so special to her is that he treats her like she is special, and that's something that she's never had in her life.
Zed King super chatted $5. You think I should get Boogie a job application this year for Christmas?
Sure, yeah, go for that. Get him a porn application. But yeah, that's what makes Boogie so special to her. It's the first guy that's treated her like she's special. And not to be rude, but there will be other guys that are like that. You know? So she just started dating now, though.
what makes Boogie so special is that he's caring and loving
See?
and non-judgmental and has been through
He buys me things.
heck and back and is still a champ.
Heck and back. Holy fuck.
And so there's nobody,
I don't know if he's back yet.
absolutely nobody out in the world that I think is going to be like him or near as close to being like him. So.
Okay.
What's the future of the relationship with Boogie?
The future in our relationship, I see marriage. Boogie has improved my
You really want to take on all that debt, Pearl's sister? Jesus.
life tremendously. He just makes me happy, the happiest I've ever been.
That's crazy.
And I'm not alone, and so that he just completes me. Moving in has been interesting but fun. Like, there has not been a dull moment. And it's been full of laughter. This house has been full of laughter nonstop.
I don't watch this.
So it's been really
Sorry,
nice.
different
It's
segment.
been refreshing.
What's happening?
I think
Where is she?
overall, this house is interesting and it's
Oh.
it's characteristic and it's just there's
Sorry.
not there's nothing boring about it. Honestly, I love the video games. I love the whole setup. I would not
You didn't even know what a Lapras was, girl. Get the fuck out of here.
change a darn thing.
A darn thing. A darn dootin'.
I help with the dogs. I get him his water.
Wow.
Like whatever he wants and requests. Honestly,
That's wow. You help with his dogs and you get him water. Fuck.
nothing but I help out as much as I can. You know, I just mainly is to take care of him. He takes care of me. So.
Okay.
What was
That's all you do?
it like to see him getting obliterated in a boxing match? I didn't watch the boxing match.
It was like 5 seconds long. Would I want to be invited to the wedding? Of course not. Would I go to the wedding? Possibly.
Because he's still a winner to me at the end of the day. But
Wow.
I just, for the fact that I didn't want to watch it was because I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't like him getting hurt. Is it demasculating?
Well, that's the real question. Will she change his diaper when he gets to that point? Because it's coming soon. I already know my wife would change my diaper. I already know I'll change my wife's diaper. That's a very important conversation to have with your partner, in my opinion. Will you change my diaper? That's true love, bro. Will you sift through my shit? You know?
No, he stepped into the ring. A lot of guys are too afraid to even do that.
Well, he stepped into the ring with another person that was obese and out of shape, so there was very little danger.
So.
You know, for other people that step into the ring, it's like, okay, I could get a traumatic brain injury.
There was no attraction to Jordy after the fight.
Did Papa react to the red pill wedding that had an Q&A? No.
I need some tissues. What would it take? It wouldn't take anything. I'm not breaking up with him. If he broke up with me, that's different. But
they got her a fucking napkins instead of tissues. It's gonna rip up her face, boy. Back when I used to work at my bus company, we worked outside, and so when it was cold out, it was cold. Your nose would drip and it would leak because you're working outside, and 50, 40, 30, sometimes even 20-degree weather. Although when it got that cold, I would just tell everybody to hide. We wouldn't work because it was 20 degrees out. You can't do anything. Everything would freeze, and you can't idle the buses for that long. So anyway. So we only really had paper towels. So what we did was we used to just lean. I did this all the time. People thought it was disgusting, but I'm working outside. Like, it already is disgusting. I would lean forward and I would just like I would hold one side of my nose. I would just shoot snot rockets out of my mouth. Well, not my mouth, out of my nose. And then I would just kind of dab it dry with a tissue because I'm not trying to rip up my nose. So I'm not, because when you usually do a tissue, you kind of put it on and you go, you shake it back and forth and you kind of wipe it. Can't do it that much. So, very minimal wiping worked very well. It's one of the behaviors that I developed working at that company, and I think that is probably a disgusting behavior.
I'm never gonna find a reason to break up with him. Sorry, I'll repeat all that.
Average did a video about it?
What was the question? So if he cheated, I'm not gonna break up with him.
What?
I'll repeat all that. What was the question? So if he cheated, I'm not gonna break up with him.
What are you talking about?
Because I love him and it's gonna hurt. Yeah.
What kind of a line of questioning was that about him cheating on her? Interesting. Maybe we'll take a look at this. What the fuck are you?
If you don't know who Don.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why is it even in the realms of possibility that you would get cheated on? I don't understand.
We're gonna talk about it, but I know at the end of the day he loves me, so it would to see him with to see Boogie with another woman, it would hurt and it would make me jealous. But
what the fuck are you talking about?
If you don't,
maybe we'll check this out later.
Women are beautiful.
What the fuck is happening here? What is Fantasyland we're in?
I would say are just about women, because I know as a YouTuber you have plenty of options, and I've been told this by another YouTuber, so I'm very much aware of this. It's okay.
Listen, it is true. Even the fattest, ugliest of YouTubers and streamers will get women that pop into their chat and say things. I've had that before. But and I'm not even kidding. It's bizarre. There's like so many like people that would do it. But I feel like maybe not for Boogie. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
When it comes to Boogie, I did experience a lot of jealousy because I did
Why?
know and I was told that he has options, and it's very clear.
Who told you that?
And aware of that he does.
Who told you that, and why would they tell you that? Like, what did one of Boogie's friends say? Boogie could fuck whoever he wants. He's such a Chad. And you believed it? First of all, why would I'm assuming it was Boogie's friend. Why would one of Boogie's friends say that to her? That was just a mean, rude thing to do. That would just inspire fear. Ah! Bro, with this line of questioning, and I want to be absolutely clear. This is like a complete I don't know if this is true or not. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that this is true, but I'm getting a slight feeling that like there's something weird and manipulative going on. Why would even the question happen of, why would it even be in the documentary to ask the question, what if Boogie cheated on you? And then that's a roll into a conversation about how streamers or big content creators have options. Like she said, like a friend of his basically said that, another creator, I'm assuming a creator friend, that feels really manipulative. No, like what would, like, just imagine in the real world that you're dating somebody and that person, one of your friends goes up to that person, goes, he has options. It's like, why would you say that? I know it's a little bit of a different sphere. The only reason I bring it up is like, where does it start and end? I mean, people talk about how Boogie might have first of all, Boogie is absolutely manipulative in general. And so like, I'm sure he had a turbulent relationship with his ex. I'm sure that there was issues going in both directions and all that. But like, does this feels like a setup for not a good standard? I mean, if anything, it just installed fear into her that he might leave her one day. He's got her crying on camera. That should be a huge boundary. And as a responsible content creator that should be responsible, you should maintain a boundary of not letting it get that emotional for your date that you just started dating like somewhat recently. You got her crying that you might fucking die in the documentary. Like you are distressing her. And if your argument is that it's all fake, well then Jesus Christ, that's horrible. Then she's a terrible person too. But it feels like this might be a real genuine feeling she's having. And so now you put her in a world where like you've got her fucking wrapped around your dude. It's weird because here's the thing. As a man, I would like to get to a point where I make enough money to have my wife live, like not have to go to work. And she would probably still work a little bit, like as a part-time and in her field. You know, she's got a degree, but that would be great. My wife and I have talked about it if we ever got there. And that's great because I love my wife. I would like her to be able to stay home, and it would make me feel, a pride as a man to be able to support her to that degree. And she could stay home and take care of the kids and take care of the house, which is something that I don't like doing anyway. I do help her, but then I wouldn't have to help her as much. But then it brings the question is like, well, why? What are your motivations, Boogie, for taking care of this girl for you? What are your motivations? Because it's like, are your motivations because you're a nice guy, or are your motivations because you want to have her under some kind of like lock? You know, I've historically been a little bit of an enabler. I would get with girls and then like they would have rough times, and so I'd be like, you can quit your job for a little bit, and it always leads to like the negative. You know, they were never bad people, but after offering that, they would become lazy, right? And so you got to be careful about that. But for you, it's like you're right off the bat taking care of stuff, and you've always done that. You've always given all these girls money, whether it's a cam model or not, although she admitted she does cam work. And so it's like, what are your motivations behind it, bro? It's a little weird to me. I don't know. The behavior itself isn't bad. But is it like a truly because there's no such thing as like an unselfish act. Like I said before, I'd like my wife to be able to stay at home because it would make me feel pride as a man. The fact that I would get a pride out of that is a selfish act in some capacity. It makes me feel good. Nobody does anything without it having a benefit to them in some capacity. That's what like empathy is. It's teaching somebody to feel good or to get a benefit out of a situation that's non-beneficial. Oh, I gave money to a homeless guy. That doesn't benefit you, but you feel good about it, right? So it's like I would feel good about it. Just from like, because I rely on my moral philosophy as a person very heavily on what it means to be a man. It would make me feel like more of a man to be able to take care of her. And then she could take care of the house and the kids, more without being as stressed. And then I wouldn't have to take care of the house as much. I know it's a little selfish. I have no problem chipping in. But it's a factor there. I don't think it's unreasonable. And I think those are reasonable factors. But like, what for me, it's like, what are yours? I mean, you got this fucking girl like crying on a goddamn webcam. On a fucking show, dude. It's just it's fucking weird. It's weird. Like you got this girl with daddy issues. You're sitting here crying on the internet after dating you for a very limited period of time, talking about all the horrible things going on in the world. Talking about how like she's worried that you'll cheat on her. She'll still stay with you if you do cheat on her. You got other of your YouTuber friends telling her that you have options. And so now she has like a fear instilled in her. And she doesn't even know what a fucking lapras is. So,
am I attracted to Boogie for his money? No.
Why not?
Because
money
doesn't make a person.
It does, but what's his schmeckle look like?
It might also be because he doesn't have any money.
Stop saying that. He has enough money to spoil her. Stop saying that he doesn't have money. He absolutely is using. If he didn't have the money to take care of her, I doubt she would be with him. That's not like a negative for her, but he seems to like dude, this is like the first time I'll ever say like I've ever really seen like it seems like he almost love bombs people. Like he's like love bombed her with all, and part of that is the money. I will buy you so. Who doesn't like a nice thing? I like getting a nice thing. And she's young. She's only 20. And I know this is weird, but as a grown man, like when I started dating my wife, she was like 23. And even she had a problem with me giving her stuff and treating her like nicely. Like I said before, sometimes I could be like a little bit of like that's too generous. My wife like curbed that behavior significantly because she's older. She was more mature, and she's like, I feel uncomfortable with you doing so much for me. And I still do a lot for her, but now it's like a very it's a different relationship there. She's still young, where she probably doesn't have that ego where she's like, I don't like that you're doing so much for me. She just seems to be like gift receiving and feeling fine with it, and it's just a whole different. It's just a whole different mentality. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm like babbling. Maybe I'm just not expressing myself particularly well, but
I don't really care about that.
You
what
think
do I think
you
about
don't?
his dire financial situation? I think it's scary.
Yeah, because then he couldn't give you nice stuff.
That he might.
My point is, I don't think that she's intentionally with him for the money or anything, but it's a factor, and she doesn't realize it.
Use it all in a day. He might just be homeless one day, but it makes me feel nervous and scared. But I'm gonna be by his side no matter what. So
That's true, Brittany. Bogey came out as a covert narcissist. He came out as so love bombing makes sense. Not sure if he's actually diagnosed. Yeah, I don't think he was diagnosed. Again, I think that he's part of the wave of people who use diagnoses of things that he may not even have as a weapon, as a shield.
It would do whatever it took to support him. Yes.
What about getting a job?
A job. Yeah.
Oh my God, she'll get a job.
Okay, I would get a job to support him.
Wow. Why? Okay.
I do see myself growing old with Boogie.
Why were people saying that she can't get a job because she has? Somebody said that Boogie said that she can't get a job because she has issues or whatever. Like she has social anxiety.
This is everything and more for me. I'm complete. I have my partner in crime.
Yes, I would get a job to support someone I love. Wow. Welcome to the real world.
Player one.
Stop.
And just a happy home.
Incredible. Well, you
Is
know,
there anything
God
else
bless
that
you.
people need to know or that they don't get to see? They see pretty much what they see behind the camera on YouTube, Instagram, all of his socials. That's the legit him. Like he's funny, charismatic. He makes people laugh. You know, he's a sweetheart. So.
Yeah. You know, listen, if you think that some of my coverage of Boogie is a little too much sometimes, you think I could be a little bit like rude and whatnot, I get it, but also you shouldn't be displaying this kind of stuff on your about yourself on the internet to this degree. You are inviting us to be part of every aspect of your life and your relationship. You shouldn't be doing this. I don't sit down and record the fights or arguments I have with my wife. I mean, we do on our little podcast, we will sometimes, but it's not the same. You know, there's a boundary that does not exist, and it's like, stop giving us so much access to your life and start making content that's not about your own life. You know, it's just like, fuck. All right, there's another one. I think this has got to be the last one. This has got to be like the last time we look at Boogie for a while. He's like I just can't help myself. I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to it.
Tell me a little bit about your background.
This is the full interview, extended scene that he posted.
And where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
Yeah, I think I want to go home.
Yeah, YouTube was a lot easier for me.
Is this how he makes his videos? He just stares at himself? Okay.
Yeah,
With World of Warcraft or Magic the Gathering on the side?
YouTube was a lot easier for me because I get to set my own hours. I don't...
Yeah, you don't see me chilling in the bathtub.
know if I can work where I'm supposed to clock in at 9 and check out at 5 every day. So today we're going to go see a headhunter to see if there's anything out there that...
Why is this video so low?
I don't want to hit it. What is it with...
Why is this video so low, dude? What is wrong with you? Is there a way for me to turn it up? What the fuck is this? I don't know. I'll turn myself down.
I rolled my ankle on the way out the door.
Okay, there we
May as
go.
well go on a pair of crutches.
Remind me to turn
This
it back
is
up.
the right message. Hi, I'm easily injured. Put me on your workforce.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Steve.
Just do what everybody else does when they're at work. Get injured and don't tell anybody.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Pretend it doesn't exist and then slowly pass away like with the rest of us.
you. My name is Dawn.
Dawn, I'm Boogie or Steve.
Okay, what
I gotta stop.
do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve. No problem. Whatever you prefer.
Bro, this is the woman that Boogie should be attracted to. What does she think? She's probably, well, no, she's probably in her 40s or something. This would be a much better choice for you, Boogie, but she has too high of standards. You know, she probably wants a person that works.
And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You think he brought his own chair in?
Seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. Around 2000, I washed dishes in a Mexican restaurant, but the owner of that business has been...
That's crazy. Usually they have the Mexican people wash the dishes in the Mexican restaurant and in the Italian restaurants. And they make the food in the Italian restaurant. Isn't it crazy that I live on Long Island, arguably like one of the American centers of Italian cuisine. And all the people who make the food are fucking Hispanic guys. It's the truth. It's weird. You know, Hispanic people, and they make the pizza better, if I'm being honest with you. And they don't complain as much, too, because Italian people complain all the time. It's interesting. It is interesting.
And deported.
So all that's
dishes in a Mexican restaurant, but the owner of that business has been deported.
Would you get him
so
deported?
all that's fine.
Was he pissing you off and got him deported?
And it's fine to be self-employed. So tell me a little bit about your
Collins
current
Cruel super chatted $1.99. Oh, you want to buy a Tesla so bad do?
Okay, what? I'm assuming it's a Boogie reference.
employment. Like, what is your most current experience? What do you do?
So I've been making online video for about 17 years. I was one of the original YouTubers to really kind of blow up.
Oh, a celebrity.
And my entire shtick has been about
This is probably not a good thing to admit at a job interview. I'll explain to you why. The obvious parts of it are that they can look you up and figure out who you are, of course. But there is also a thing, and it is real. It's called being overqualified for a job. If you are too overqualified for a job, there is a pretty decent likeliness that they won't hire you because they think that you're going to turn over very quickly anyway, and it would be a waste of them to invest the time, energy, and effort to help you acclimate to the job if you're just going to leave. And so for Boogie going like I was saying I was self-employed for 17 years is fine. Hey, I was a content creator for YouTube. That's it. You're done. You don't need to go into it. You don't need to go into how successful you used to be because they might get the feeling that you're not gonna stick around.
pretending to get angry about video games.
Wow.
I do a character voice like this. You sons of bitches! I can't believe.
Dude, there's no way you're doing this in public. I would be fucking mortified.
You ruined Diablo 3. This is my favorite game. And the kids liked it. And then I got married.
I'm gonna fucking puke, dude. Stop. Dude, oh my God.
Married.
Could you imagine being a grown adult doing this? I don't care if it's a bit.
And I got a divorce 5 years later.
Why did the job interview? They don't need to know this. They can't. They legally cannot even ask you if you're married in a job interview. Why the fuck would you say this?
And I kind of completely
It's considered like discrimination because if they know that you're married, they don't give you the job. It could be because they don't want to have to whatever supports that they have. They may not want to provide you your entire family insurance or whatever.
And utterly.
They might not want somebody that has a life. You're just not allowed to ask that question. That's why if you go into a job interview but you're wearing a ring, that communicates to them that you're married. So you may or may not want to wear your wedding ring in a job interview, depending.
Lost my mind. I also got bariatric surgery, so I lost my major coping mechanism, which is food.
You still eat. What the fuck are you talking about?
And now I kind of need to transition into honestly anything because I'll likely lose my house in the next 6 months if I don't find gainful employment.
Are you currently doing any YouTube stuff? Is that still something
not really.
You're doing and you're going to continue
mostly commentary.
to do it?
Yeah, I mostly do commentary videos now. I am disabled.
I would never tell people I did commentary videos. Never in my life. Are you fucking kidding me? What does that mean? I do commentary videos. Dude, that doesn't mean anything. You make videos on the internet talking about stuff. I don't know. Commentary videos. Bro, he barely makes content. What is he talking about? Most of his content is just him fucking his girlfriend.
Recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now,
what did you just say?
Recognized by commentary. Yeah, I mostly do commentary videos now. I am disabled. Recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. Okay. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And
I'm battling blood cancer.
And physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile. But that could be an issue for employers that would research me. So if we can find
how would you even catch her? You know what I mean? Or come on.
Someone who won't Google me, that would be good.
Well, that's difficult. I mean, I can't submit your resume to a client and then request that they don't Google.
And then physically, I'm easily injured. Like I injured myself coming here today. I twisted my ankle.
You twisted your ankle, you'll be fine.
And then my work ethic is not great because of the depression and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah, you're hired. You're hired. Dude, stop. This one why would you even tell people that? And also, a lot of his depression probably comes from the fact that he does nothing. Like, you'd be surprised with the frame of mind of actually doing something can have a positive impact on you. It may not be easy at first, but even like cleaning your room so it looks nice will reduce your depression, and putting effort into yourself.
So I mean, I do have some pretty big references. Keemstar, he probably put in a good word, or
I would just take my own.
Kid Behind the Camera. You know, Kid Behind the Camera. McJuggernuggets might. I worked with him. I had owned a small company with him. He's a big guy.
Okay.
Maybe
this is what it's
Graham.
like to ever tell anybody about any YouTuber. Nobody knows who these people are. It doesn't matter how famous they are on the internet.
Paul Charles Green, but he's well.
So you do have
dead.
some people that you could reach out to and call upon to give an example of what their experience was working with you.
Yeah, I can't say that it would be a glowing review, but it would be a review. Should mention I'm also a felon.
Okay. What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
About 2 years.
Okay. So I think there are some avenues you could
Would it get pled down to aggravated assault?
explore. I definitely don't think it's
Love you too.
impossible, but you have some challenges.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm growing a fucking huge piss. This is fucking killing me here.
Lots of things in life are about your mindset, and you're using weight and disability. I can't.
I guess that makes sense. He's not at a job interview. He's at an agency where you have to be super honest so that they can help you to get a job. They need to know everything. Sure, but not really. You don't need to sit there and talk about all your fucking YouTuber friends. You don't need to say how you have horrible work ethic. Like, we're not at a point where, like, with a job interview, you might tell them, like, hey, you know, I was a big YouTuber and there might be some negatives if you Google my name. That's one thing. To sit here and say you have such horrible depression, you have no work ethic is not something that you would ever do. It's obviously just a performance piece. Nobody would ever say I don't have any work ethic.
If that is the attitude that you're going to have when you approach everything, then you can't, and you won't.
I did work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
Maybe. Boogie, hurry up.
It depended on the job, I would think. Like, at a strip club maybe, but probably not in a more professional setting.
Oh my God. What is he going to do at a strip club? Be a fucking a bodyguard? No, of course not.
Yes, I would say that.
What would you think his chances are here of getting employment?
Michael, play the harmonica.
In the next 3 months.
I'm not sure. When it comes to the felony, we would have to seek corporate approval for that sort of charge in order to proceed forward with a candidate. And they would ultimately be the ones to make the decision as to whether or not we would feel comfortable presenting someone like that to our clients.
Papa Gut, when I was in a job interview, they asked if I had any hobbies, and I said I watch TikTok, and they said okay, and then I said I watch Papa Gut, and I got the job. I believe it. Buggy was unable to gain corporate approval. Damn. That chair's not approving either, brother. All right, Jesus Christ. Enough of this. We gotta stop. My brain is rotting from all the Boogie content. Okay, let's hope that nothing happens in the next few days that makes me have to talk about it more, because that's kind of how these things happen in waves. But if it does, you know I will. That's the truth of it.